my being happy would piss so many people off.
Did I not warn you? People hate happy women. What are you gonna do?
And Hathaway was asked why she decided to produce the film The Idea of You and play the main role in it. She said she felt very much related to it. She's turned 40, same like Solène, the main character in the movie. She felt this film was just right to return to a beloved genre, rom-coms. We haven't seen her in rom-com movies for over a decade, and she also said she just wanted to have fun. As a result, we have a great romantic story based on a book, The Idea of You, that tells us about a 40 years old, successful but divorced woman who falls in love with a pop star 16 years younger than her.
Hi.
Hi.
The internet is overloaded with discussions about this adaptation. Some book fans criticized the film because the plot was almost completely changed. The film doesn't really look like an adaptation, but more like being inspired by the book. The other part of the fans praised the movie, saying it looks more realistic, even though its ending is in contrast with the one in the book. If you haven't watched the movie yet, that's okay. We are not going to watch it until the end, but we are going to watch just enough for you to learn and review the vocabulary of level B2, idioms and phrases in the film, so you can watch it easily and understand all the conversations. Nicholas Galitzine has a British pronunciation and Hathaway American. That makes it perfect for us to train our listening skills for both accents. And we will also practice your speaking using new vocabulary. So, let's enjoy the movie and have fun together.
I'm too old for you.
I don't know.
We are going to exercise your skills of understanding the meaning of the words, phrases, and expressions in the context of a dialogue and be able to identify them in the sentences. As long as you can recognize the familiar vocabulary in the natural English-speaking environment, that means you know it, fully understand it, and able to use it without making mistakes. Ready? Amazing! I'm going to give you the meaning of the expression, and your task is to recognize it or guess it. If you find it hard at the beginning, switch the subtitles on or listen to the conversation again. So, we are looking for the expression that means the person did something many times in the past, but not doing it anymore.
So Daniel got her all-access backstage pass and a VIP meet and greet with that boy band she used to like.
So Daniel, Solène's ex-husband, got their daughter the tickets for a VIP meet and greet with a boy band she used to like. The expression used to means some action was done repeatedly during some period of time in the past, but not anymore in the present time. For example, I used to eat a lot of pork. She used to visit her aunt. They used to play soccer. This phrase is sometimes confused with the phrase get used to. That's why it's important to understand correctly what the person is saying to avoid misunderstanding. Get used to means to become very familiar with something so that an action or thing is no longer strange or unusual. For example, I didn't know how to cook and struggled while trying, but after some practice, I got used to it and now I can cook delicious meals. As you see, these two expressions don't have anything in common apart from a similar sound. So how would you use the expression used to in the following sentence? I watched thrillers a lot, but now I love rom-coms.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
As the action was done repeatedly in the past, but not anymore, you can say, I used to like or I used to watch thrillers, but now I prefer I love rom-coms. The next expression we are looking for means to expect something with pleasure. It is used to say that you are happy that something is going to happen.
So you're going camping alone?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Have a little me time, process the last 20 years.
While Solen's daughter Izzy, her friends, ex-husband, and his new wife are going to have fun in Coachella, Solen will be camping alone. And she's happy about it. She looks forward to it. The expression look forward to something is used very often. It's one of the most popular ways of finishing emails, for example. The common mistake that happens is that this expression requires a verb with ing ending after it if you talk about the action. For instance, if you are happy, excited about going for a vacation, you say, I look forward to going for a vacation. Please do not say, I look forward to go for a vacation. That's a mistake. Examples. Look forward to traveling to Europe. Look forward to visiting a new place. Look forward to him arriving this Saturday. Use this expression in saying the following. I am excitedly waiting to hear back from you.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
I'm looking forward to hearing from you. That's the proper, respectful, and polite way to finish your letter conversation, especially if you offer something or ask for information or help, and of course expect a positive answer. The next word for us to find is something that cannot be changed, not open for a discussion. It's final, it's certain.
Your 40th birthday party.
Thank you, I love you, don't need it.
Stop it. You're having a party. It's non-negotiable.
Not so many people want a party when they turn 40. I feel her completely. But for Solen's mom, it's out of discussion. It's non-negotiable. Negotiate is a word of level C1, means to have a conversation or discussion in order to reach an agreement. Negotiable is an adjective with the same meaning. For example, the price is negotiable, meaning it can be reduced, discounted, or changed. Non-negotiable is its opposite meaning. Solen takes her daughter and her friends to her ex-husband's house before departure.
You know, good, stupid, not stupid, stupid. Okay.
I love you.
I love the way she says, be good, stupid, not stupid, stupid. It's like saying, behave yourselves, but have fun and enjoy, but don't do anything reckless.
Thank you for dropping them off.
I mean, I had to, right?
Drop someone or something off. Take someone or something to a particular place, usually by car.
Solen does not seem comfortable talking with her ex because he left her and broke her heart. If you drive or going to, you can see this expression on the sign. Drop off and pick up only. Means you can just stop for a very short period of time in that area just to let someone get out of the car or get in the car, but you can't park there. It's important to understand the signs like this to avoid fines. Look at Celine's reaction when her ex says, the kids are stoked.
So are these guys like so stoked for this trip or what?
Stoked. Very.
Stoked? Very. Why do you think she reacts like that? Be stoked means to be happy and excited, and the kids are happy indeed. Even though be stoked is quite a popular word, it's originated from California and widely used in that particular state, especially by young people. Solen, not from California, but his new wife is, and she is much younger. That's why her reaction is quite disapproving. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the father can't take the kids to the festival because of some unexpected business trip. Solen has to cancel her camping and go to Coachella, where she confuses a trailer with a VIP bathroom and meets Mr. Hayes Campbell, a famous pop star from a boy band August Moon.
You must be the daughter.
Oh, yeah, Izzy. Yeah. And this is,
One of Izzy's friends is so excited about meeting between the band members that she literally forgets her own name. She uses an idiom to say that she knows it, but it just slipped out of her memory right that moment. What is that idiom?
Well, it's on the tip of my tongue, I swear. My name is Georgia.
When you are like, I know it, I just can't remember it right this second. That's what this idiom on the tip of your tongue means. Kind of, you just blanked on something you know very well. This idiom is also used when there is something you want to say or about to say, but you decide not to. For example, she was badly annoyed by his behavior. Terrible comments were on the tip of her tongue. So how would you use the idiom on the tip of my tongue, saying, just give me a minute, and I'll remember the title of the book.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
Just give me a minute. The title is on the tip of my tongue. How do you find this type of exercise? Is it easy or difficult for you? Please write your feedback in the comments. And hit me the like if you enjoy it. Nicholas Galitzine is very charming and can even make you forget your name. No doubt. He played a main character in Purple Hearts. A lesson based on it is on the channel. Check it out after the video. So during the performance, Hayes dedicates a song to the person he just met, as he says.
To get closer to you.
Solange seems quite pleased about that. And after some time, he comes to her art gallery.
I did some online sleuthing for a Solange of Silver Lake.
Why don't we start in the back with the ceramics?
Sleuthing, careful investigation or discovering information, especially about crimes.
So these pieces were thrown by a fantastic potter we work with.
She threw them at the wall.
No, she...
It's quite easy to get confused if you don't know the word or another meaning of the word. I also didn't know what throwing in the pottery means, frankly speaking.
That's what they call it when they do the work on the wheel. It's called throwing.
Right.
Hayes is looking for any chance to spend more time with Solange, to get to know her. That's why he pretends he's into art and buys everything in her gallery. He finds out there is one picture Solange admires the most.
This piece is from my friend Sarah.
What's it called?
Unclose me.
And what do you feel when you look at it?
Everything.
Solange doesn't really buy Hayes' passion for art. So she confronts him.
I feel like I don't meet people like you very often. And most people think they already know me.
In his reply, Hayes uses an expression that is said when someone is given a piece of information but not certain if that information is useful or important. So what is that expression?
I don't know. You didn't seem to care. And for what it's worth, I think we met in a very interesting way.
Hayes explains why he likes Solange, the real reason he came. She's smart, she's hot, and for what it's worth, they met in a very interesting way. How to use this idiom? For example, my brother is in town. If it means anything, he's coming for dinner. I don't know if this information is useful for you, but I'm just saying, he's coming for dinner. I can paraphrase and say, my brother is in town. For what it's worth, he's coming for dinner. So how would you use this expression? She's moving out. Just so you know, she's selling her apartment.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
She's moving out. For what it's worth, she's selling her apartment. This speaking paraphrasing exercise is great for enlarging your vocabulary with synonyms, so you can express what you want to say in different ways. You sound interesting, not repetitive, and engaging. To avoid being seen in public, they go to Solange's home for lunch. Hayes is curious about Solange's family. Listen to the way he says daughter.
Your daughter, you are close?
Yeah, we are.
That's very British. I can't say it that way. Can you? When British accent is spoken quite fast, it's really hard to understand what people say, not only for non-native speakers, but for Americans as well. Here is one of the reactions.
And then we broke the curse, and Henry's wife and daughter, well, they were kidnapped, and now he's in trouble. And the point is...
She's so British, I didn't understand any of that.
So don't get frustrated if you don't catch fast speaking, especially the British one. That's normal. In her response, Solange uses an idiom that means to make someone very angry, irritated, or annoyed. Let's find this expression.
She's my daughter, and I am her mother, so we do drive each other up a wall sometimes, but she's my favorite person.
We make each other angry sometimes. We drive each other up the wall sometimes. But we love each other, she says. In the following paraphrasing, you have to change the whole sentence structure because the subject of the sentence changes. That's a bit challenging. Let's try. I'm fed up with cleaning up after you all the time.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
Have you done it correctly? Cleaning up after you all the time drives me up the wall. It was a bit challenging because in that example, you had not only paraphrased the expression I am fed up with, but also changed the passive voice structure into active, where the subject of the sentence changes or switches. It's considered one of the most difficult grammar exercises, and if you feel you need more practice with that, there are 2 lessons about passive voice on the channel based on the movie The King's Speech. The links are in the description. Solange and Hayes get along very well. They even share a kiss. But Solange rejects the idea of having an affair with him.
You're you, and I'm me, and we just don't fit.
We'll see.
Fit, be the right size or shape, not fit, not suitable, a mismatch.
We don't fit. We don't match. Izzy, Solange's daughter, will be in a summer camp the whole summer, so Hayes invites her to come see him in New York, and Solange can't resist. Who would've?
Your dress?
He opens up to Solange, telling her about his greatest fear, a story how the lead singer of his favorite band invited Hayes to his house.
I'm so excited. Maybe we'll hit it off. Record a song.
Hit it off with someone, a phrase, means, to like someone and become friendly immediately.
It's his 10-year-old daughter's birthday party, and he wants me to take pictures with her and all her friends.
So he's afraid no one takes him seriously, and he will remain just the face of the popular boy band. We haven't seen so far if he's actually talented, if he's a great musician. We just saw him performing. So no wonder that people at this point just want the photos of him. But the scene shows he's ambitious and wants more. And as he learned how to play guitar and piano by himself, he has a lot of potential.
I'm leaving this afternoon to go on the European leg of my tour.
So Hayes is leaving to Europe. Solange says she's gonna leave and stop bothering him so he can have his freedom. Which expression is she using in this meaning?
Don't worry, I'll be out of your hair before you know it.
And I was really hoping you'd come with me.
I'll be out of your hair before you know it. You can use this idiom when you want to show you don't want to bother anyone and it's time for you to go. It can be used in a polite way as an exaggeration a bit, like in the movie. Or you can say, keep him out of my hair, which means the person annoys you for real and you don't want to be near him. So let's practice. I think it's time for me to leave. Thank you for a wonderful dinner.
And I know that you think I talk too much, 'cause I do. I want to get closer to you.
I think it's time to get out of your hair. Thank you for a wonderful dinner.
What about what people will say?
I don't care what they say.
To reassure Solène completely, Hayes uses an idiom similar to an expression in the worst case scenario, which means if the situation goes in the most unpleasant way.
And worst comes to worst, we'll just say that you are my extremely attractive art consultant.
If worse comes to worst, if something goes wrong, she is just his art consultant. Do you think they can make it plausible? The Europe tour is amazing. Solène and Hayes have the best time of their lives, until the moment Solène interacts with other band boys' girls.
How did you guys meet? We need to know the story. We met at Coachella.
And Hathaway speaks a bit fast in the scene, so let's try to hear what expression she uses to say Hayes dedicated a song to her to increase his chances to get her interest.
And then Hayes, really upped the ante when he dedicated a song to me.
Closer?
He upped the ante. If you up the ante, you increase your demands, chances, or risks in order to achieve better results.
Closer?
Yes.
Of course, that was the one.
Solène looks surprised the girls know the song because he's done it before with another woman using the same song. On top of that woman was also older than him. Interesting situation. Solène decides to end this love affair and go home. To explain her decision, she uses a phrase that means she got carried by the momentum of something bigger than her, and now the time has passed. So how she explains it exactly?
I got swept up in the idea of you, and it's been fun, it really has, but we both knew it had to end.
Does it?
I got swept up in the idea of you. And here we have the title of the film. That's cute. So the phrase to be swept up in something means to get suddenly involved in something that you didn't plan, to be carried by the moment.
You're ashamed of me. Is that it?
I am ashamed.
Solène feels ashamed because she judged her husband who fell for a much younger woman, and now she's in the same situation, which means don't judge anyone, guys, even the closest people. You never know what can happen to you. When she arrives back home, she finds the present from Hayes, that same picture that makes her feel everything. By this gift, he says she makes him feel everything. It's very touching. The film gives us hope for love beyond the age gap and societal judgment. The movie podcast review for your reading and listening practice is coming next Thursday. Thank you for being with me until the very end.
We're gonna dance
Bye.
before we